Hello everyone, Crash here, this is RTA Motorsports. Today we're going to discuss what happened with our Fanatec CSL Elite McLaren GT3 steering wheel, and we just got it back. What can be done to prevent what happened in the future? If anything at all, we're going to discuss that. Here we go.
Welcome to RTA Motorsports.
This is probably one of the most common questions I get as to what happened, why it happened, and how come you're not using the wheel anymore. We've been using this McLaren GT3 wheel almost for every race that we've been doing in Iracing in the IMSA series, as well as anytime we use the Porsche 911 RSR or any sort of GT3, GTE cars, we throw this wheel on because, well, to put it honest, this is the only wheel I have of this type, of this shape, and I really enjoy this wheel. So if you're new to this channel, we stream a lot, and during an iRacing IMSA race, racing in the Porsche 911 RSR, well, our wheel broke at the end of the race. We lost all button controls of the wheel. We weren't able to control anything. We couldn't get in and out of the car. We couldn't adjust brake bias, nothing. And it actually almost cost us the race. My car is not shifting at all. What is going on? Come on, really? This has to happen here? I lost all controls. The wheel itself basically was just a wheel. None of the buttons on it worked. The LED lights here didn't work. We were in VR, so I couldn't really notice that that was happening. But it wasn't until we exited VR that I realized, once we pulled off the wheel on the stream, that a pin was broken. And soon after, we contacted Fanatec. We discussed with them what happened. They asked me just a few questions as to how did we have it mounted, what wheelbase were we using, and whether or not we used a fixator screw. Of course, we used a fixator screw. That's the only way to really mount this wheel because of the mounting type that is on there. You have to use it. They sent me another email back of just basically the return process, how to return the wheel, where to return it. Also that they were going to refund the shipping cost. The way they do that is you choose basically the most economical method of shipping to their facility, wherever they are located in your respective country. And once they receive the wheel, they will go through the email where you sent them a picture of the receipt. Then they'll refund the shipping cost of you shipping the product to them, as well as they'll ship you the product back, whether it be a repaired product of any kind, or in this case, they actually sent us a new wheel back. So I sent them another email saying, well, what's going on? Do you think it was basically because we used the CSL Elite mounting solution on the CSW wheelbase, even though it says on the website that that is a compatible solution? Is that what happened here? And they basically said no. There's been a few wheels, and a lot of you have actually come forward to me about this. There's been a few wheels that are actually defective, and they're investigating as to what happened, what was the cause, and the pins in the back here. Essentially, there's a bunch of pins in here that are used for communicating the wheel's buttons, as well as the LED screen to the wheelbase and then to your computer. One of the pins broke, and a lot of you have actually said that had this happen to them, that it was the same pin. So there's a defect in the plug itself. Not all the wheels are affected, only some of them. And again, they're trying to investigate and see exactly what has caused that. But they did tell me that they do not believe it's the mounting solution. There's other CSL wheels that they sell with this mounting solution that they've never had this problem before with. So there is no effect on the compatibility of the wheel to the wheelbase because of this problem. It's purely a defect. So are you going to be affected? Well, probably not. There's not many of us that are affected by this. Now, should you buy the Fanatec quick release adapter? Well, yes and no. If you want to buy it because you just want a more sturdy mounting solution, you want to be able to enjoy that quick release on and off, then sure. Just keep in mind you still have to use the fixator screw when you mount the wheel to the wheelbase. So it's only quick release to a point. You still have to put that mounting screw in there, and just because you buy the actual CSW quick release doesn't mean you're excluded from that. You still have to use the fixator screw, but it does, or it is advertised to basically make a more of a stable, sturdy mount to the CSW wheelbases. That being said, the whole time I've been using this wheel, well, not this exact one, our last one, on our wheelbase, I've never noticed that it felt sloppy, wobbly, or that it was moving around or anything like that. It was only that day when the pin broke that we felt a little bit of slack in the wheel, although I noticed that none of the screws were loose at all. And it was literally that around that moment that we lost all the button functionality. So I think something kind of let go in the wheel. Not exactly sure what. We didn't take apart the wheel. I just basically contacted Fanatec and had them take care of it. But all the other races prior, I never really felt like I needed the quick release. But should you get one, it's really up to you. I kind of think that it's based on a defect, so it's not necessarily necessary, but it will only enhance the strength of the wheelbase and its mounting solution to the CSW wheels. And I think if you're planning on going with the Podium series, their direct drive wheels that are coming out, I'm not sure if this wheel is going to be compatible with those, especially even with their quick release adapter. I still got to contact them, but if it is, it's probably only going to be compatible with that quick release. I can't say for sure because I haven't contacted them on that, but those stronger wheelbases, I wouldn't use this quick release. I would definitely get the metal quick release that they have for the CSW wheelbases. So basically at that point, we're going to kind of go through the process of the return with them. So like I said, they sent me an email basically stating they asked me a few questions. I replied to them. They asked me for a picture of the pins. I sent them the picture. After that, they sent me an email of where to return it to, what to expect. So I sent them the product. I know it's been a long time. Well, it turns out our local little office that does multiple different postages, they lost the product somehow, but they found it. Once it was shipped and it was received there, within a day, I received an email back saying that the wheel is actually on its way back to me, and I got a FedEx notification at the same time with tracking information. So, and then around that time was also when they issued the return. So once they received the wheelbase, it was only like a day or two, probably actually 2 days before I received an email back saying that they're sending me a new one back. So it was actually a very quick process, and I was very pleased to see that in this case, it wasn't a refurbished or a returned wheel or anything like that. This is actually a new wheel. We did unbox it in another video, the original wheel we got, so I kind of didn't see the point in unboxing it yet again. But overall, I do got to say I'm very happy with the customer service process with Fanatec. Every email I send them on a question, of any of the products or anything like that, they're always quick to respond. And during this process, I did not disclose that I'm a YouTuber. I mean, we're a small channel, so it doesn't really much matter anyway, but I really wanted to make sure that we maintained that we're just a customer and we purchased this wheel. We didn't receive this wheel for any promotions or anything like that. So I wanted to see from a customer perspective, without any sort of media or anything like that, how does the process work out? And it was actually super easy, surprisingly easy. It's nice to see that there's actually good customer service still out there. And hopefully this is the way it is with other companies as well. I never had to deal with customer service with Thrustmaster. When our wheelbase, our TX wheelbase died from them, it was years past its warranty, so we never had to deal with them. But overall, as far as Fanatec goes, I've been really happy with their customer service process during this. It was super easy. A few emails, shipping the wheel out. They actually returned the cost of my shipping, my postage to them. And then I got my new wheel back. So overall, very happy. I know this has been kind of a shorter video, but this is a question I get often. And we just received the wheel back today. So I definitely want to let you all know what the process was and how it happened. So in case, unfortunately, you end up in this situation, hopefully it ends up just as good and just as easy for you. So I'm Crash, this is RTA Motorsports. We are on a goal here of trying to get to 10,000 subscribers. So that way we get the community tab so I can let you all know when we're doing streaming a lot easier, as well as I could ask you some poll questions. We could interact a lot more once we get to 10,000 subscribers. Right now we don't have any access to any of that. So help us get to that goal. Hit that subscribe button if you like this content. If you want to see more, definitely leave it in the comment box below. We've been doing a lot of streaming lately, but we do have a lot of videos we need to catch up on as well. As well as, if you don't mind, please hit that like button. It helps me out big time. So as usual, I'm Crash. This is RTA Motorsports. We'll see you all next time. Have a great day.